So this happened. I had a bad whoops, y'all. Good morning, big family. I'm not awake yet. I'm in the truck because I am bringing my daughter Lily to a church function that she gets to go to. It's kind of like a church retreat, for that our church does. And she gets to go out of state and stay with, a huge group of youth. It's a big youth activity. And I have to get up really early to go take her to her ride to go there. So here I am up early in the morning, not awake yet. I have not had my Creo brew. I have not had breakfast or anything. I just have to get her to the drop-off point to get her to her ride, and then I can come back home and go back to bed for a little bit. Maybe I can crawl back in bed. Maybe everybody will still be kind of sleeping when I get back. But it's just barely morning. It's just barely sunrise right now. I have a lot to do today, and I need a little bit more sleep before I get to it. So Lily, how you liking this early wake up?
It's pretty nice. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. Creo brew helps, huh?
It certainly does.
We are rolling out the drive. Here we go. Okay, I've got Lily dropped off. I am headed back home to wake up the other children so that they can start doing their morning chores, and that I can wake up and start the Creo brew pot. And here in a little bit, Wes is going to be waking up for his job to get on the computer and start his day. So the house should be waking up by the time I get there. But it's my job to kind of like ring the bell, wake everybody up, shake everybody, get everybody going. And I need some breakfast and some stretching to start my day. I'm back home, made it back home safe. I'm gonna go start shaking everybody and waking everybody up. Miles is already awake, as y'all can hear. Miles is the first one to bounce out of bed. He's always the first one to start waking up the household with his fun noises. So let's get it going. Oh, thank goodness. Go, little Creo brew maker, go. Biscuit basket. Sweet girl, sweet biscuit basket. She's alive and well and searching for her ball and in fine spirits this morning. Winston is checking everything out and peeing on weeds. Oh my goodness. Good morning, good morning. I know I should be like hustling out there to like get started and get working real quick before the heat of the day. It's already a hot morning, like it's already pretty warm. And I know I should be hustling out here trying to beat the heat and do all the manual labor before it gets really hot out here. But man, I just can't help but like I gotta have my routine. I gotta have my slow wake up, and I love watching the morning. Like I love watching our homestead wake up, if that makes sense. Like I love sitting here and just watching what happens. Biscuit has scared off a group of crows. That's good. Biscuit, good girl. Good job. See, that's part of why we got this dog. Scare off unwanted things like crows and raccoons and coyotes. And she's a good deterrent. She really is. But I love watching all the flowers are like just, they look happy. I love seeing the sunshine hit all the plants and all the greenery. I just sit here and sip my Creo brew and listen to the birds. I just sit on my front porch and just enjoy the beautifulness. And yeah, I'm sitting here imagining again, by the way. I'm sitting here picturing my finished potager. Because this is what I see, guys. So this is what I currently see. I see all the spots that need to be re-covered with weed fabric. I see all the weeds coming up. Biscuit, don't eat that. And I see all the wood and all the bricks and all the stuff everywhere. And I see the spots that need to be filled in and touched up. I see all this grass here that either needs a front deck over it or it needs to be weed fabric over so that we can turn it into garden. I see all the things that are in process. I see all the projects that need to be done. But I also see all the things that it will be. I see all the possibilities. I'm sitting here just daydreaming and I'm imagining. I can see it. Like I can envision myself walking out this front door behind me, walking down these steps and walking into the potager. I can see the pathways. I can see the raised beds. I like to sit here and just pretend. I like to sit here and daydream. As I sit in my crib brew, I like to just be in the garden. Like I'm getting my headspace of just being in the garden. Yeah, it sets my whole day right. It sets me up for a really good day. It gets me motivated to actually do these hard, sweaty projects ahead of me, to get out here and work in the heat. It gets my mind right, you know. Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful day. Kitties are all having their breakfast. There you go, Bing Bong baby. Oh, here comes your baby Shadow to steal your food. Shadow, you have your own food. Go eat your own. Go eat your food, baby. My goodness. Oh, sweet Holly. My sweet barn kitties are having their breakfast. Oh, my sweet Milk, my sweet Holly. They're some good babies. Yeah, they're good babies. Miles, are you helping?
Yeah.
Throwing some hay in there? Yeah. Lily's at the church thing at FSY, so Miles is taking up the slack. Oh, you knocked it over again. I gotta fix that wagon so they'll keep knocking it over. But Miles is helping today.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
How's it going, Sarah?
I got two.
Yeah. You got your tater. Good morning, tater.
He's so
You're hungry, go.
good baby.
There you go.
He's a good turkey.
Good job, Sarah. Missy's so good. You don't even have to lock Missy in.
Yep.
She just stands well. Such a good old goat. Now everybody's having their breakfast. Good morning, chickens and geese and turkeys and goslings. Mama Frizzle's walking her babies already. Morning, chickies. Hey, babies. Hey, chickies. It's nice and muddy, huh? Rained a lot last night. Is it muddy enough for you ladies and gentlemen? Yucky mucky, huh? Good morning, Hank. Good morning, Luna. Even the geese are muddy. Even their underbellies are so muddy. There you go, babies. Fresh water. I love the sound that these turkeys make. I love the gobble gobble every morning. Don't you love that? I've been waiting a long time to hear that gobble gobble. Like the whole time we were raising them when they were little baby turkeys. Turkey poults. I was hopeful. And the baby geese too, the goslings. I was just waiting to hear their adult sound. I love that sound. That's one of my romantic things. Biscuit, you scared them. You scared the geese, baby. That's one of my romantic things that I've just been waiting on is the sound of turkeys and geese on our homestead. I love that sound. I want to wake up to that every morning. Y'all are like 3 peas in a pod. You tell them, Sprite. You tell them. You're doing Gosling's little bathtub.
Avery.
Every morning Avery fills up the Gosling's little bathtub.
Yeah, come here.
Those big geese, they like to hog that little kiddie pool.
They do.
So we create a little bath for the Goslings.
They're getting a little big for it though.
I know. We're gonna have to get them their own kiddie pool here soon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's check in on Madam Potato. Brought you some fresh water, Madam. There's an egg over there already, and Big Red that wants to go broody. There's your fresh water, baby. And you got food, that's good. Okay. I hope all is well. She seems to be quite content sitting on those eggs. Everything seems to be coming along. Big Red, you're not allowed to go broody. We don't have any eggs for you. No, ma'am. There's nothing for you to sit on or hatch out right now. No broodiness, okay? I'm serious. We're going to have to break you of that. They do cram into their little bathtub. Only about 2 of them can fit comfortably now, not 3. So we're definitely going to have to get them that kiddie pool like real soon. Everything out here is just so wet and soggy. I appreciate the rain. I love having rain. I'm ready to not have rain for a little while, about a week, maybe. A week of no rain would be lovely. Got some work to do today, Scooby-Doo. Let's get it. So this happened. I had a bad whoops, y'all. I had a real bad whoops. I was weed eating along here and everything was fine. I was chopping down all these weeds, and then for some reason I didn't see that pipe in time. And yeah, the weed eater caught it just right with those metal blades and whack, and it cut into our propane line. Dang it. Wes is not going to be happy about this. Okay, so I shut off the propane real quick. I have to go in now and tell my husband what I have done. He's not gonna be pleased. I told y'all I was sleepy this morning. I'm half asleep, I'm out of it. I'm really, really wanting to get this outside work done, but it's not going well. I'm having all sorts of whoopses and accidents this morning. It's not working out for me this morning. I'm wanting to do the work, and I keep having accidents because my body is not willing to go as fast as I want it to go. And I'm missing things and tripping over things and hitting things and breaking things. Ugh, this is bad whoops. All right, let's go tell Wes. Hey, honey.
Hey, baby.
Are you happy with me this morning?
I love you.
Okay, I got something bad to tell you.
What's that, baby?
Please don't be mad.
What happened? I won't be mad.
So, you know how I was out weed eating?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I was doing my best to be careful. I know you told me to watch out for things. I really was doing my best.
Wait, hold on. I think this morning I said, honey, you're really, really tired this morning. I don't know if weed eating is a good idea for you to do this morning.
Yeah, okay.
Lucky
Well, I did hit something, Miles. I hit something bad, honey. Okay, don't be mad. The weeds were really tall, and I didn't see it, but I had the metal blades on the weed eater, and I hit the propane line.
Well, I need to go turn off the propane then. Turn it off.
I already did that part.
Okay.
But there's a big cut in the line.
So I need to work on.
Propane's off. Nothing's gonna
I gotta take
explode.
off. So.
Okay, nothing's gonna explode. But I really, really need your help fixing this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Okay.
Yeah, let me go let her know that I gotta take off
sorry.
this morning. And I go look and see if I can get parts to splice it.
I'm sorry. I can't fix it by myself. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Yeah. No,
I love you.
I love you.
Hey, Miles, do you know what the propane line is?
No.
That's the gas that powers some of our things in our house that makes them work. And I just took away all the gas from it. So
the lights are about to go out.
Oh, not the lights, silly. But Daddy has to fix it if we're going to use a lot of our appliances. Avery, I cut the propane line with the weed eater.
Bad.
I know. And now Daddy has to take a day off of work to fix
Mom.
it.
I got cut, so can it be your turn?
You
to cut
did
up
what?
I got cut.
When he tried to do the apple.
Oh no, you tried to cut up your own apple. You cut yourself?
You said I can use a butter knife to cut up my apple, and I did.
It slipped.
It was a butter knife. How did you cut yourself with a butter knife?
Because he was pushing hard and then it slipped and
Miles.
Can it be your turn to cut the apple with the butter knife?
It'll be my turn to use a sharp knife to do it, yeah. Y'all, I've had my son practicing with a butter knife, you know, trying to cut things on a cutting board, you know, because he's almost 8 years old. He's got to learn how to use, you know, tools and knives and forks and things. He's got to learn how to use them right. I've had him practicing with a butter knife, cutting things, not sharp knives. I thought he'd be safe with a butter knife. A butter knife. And I have gotten a teeny tiny skin level paper thin cut from a butter knife one time that scraped my skin too hard. I have got cut by a butter knife, so that's fair. But
This wasn't little because there
This
was
wasn't
like
little.
giant drops.
there was
of blood.
dripping blood just all down the hallway and we had to clean it up. It was bad.
he gave himself a bad cut with a butter knife. Well, at least we got a band-aid on it. Okay, take two. Out here in the perennial herb bed. Out here. See? Where there is no propane lines. There are some electrical lines. I am not going to hit those, I promise. I'm just going to take down some of these big tall weeds. This is attempt number 2 to not break or tear up anything. Oh, it's just not been a great day, but I must carry on. This needs to be done. This may be the only day we get without rain. I've got to do it. And these weeds and grass are getting ridiculous. That's why I didn't see the propane line. The weeds were too tall, and that's my fault. That's my fault. I let the weeds get too tall by the house, and I should have hand cut them down or something long before now. But that's what happens when weeds grow over things. You can't see them. Can't see anything anymore. It's hiding in the weeds and grass. So let's try this, guys. Let's get it. Okay, I feel quite satisfied about this. This is good. Didn't cut anything, didn't break anything, didn't destroy anything. I feel really good about this. All the huge, tall weeds that were choking out my good plants are good and chopped. And a watermelon seems to be just like thriving in here. I've got little baby watermelons growing, which is awesome. But all my perennial plants now have room to breathe. Now they can grow and thrive without all the weeds choking them. I love it. That's a success. That's good. It's getting better. It's getting better. I can't believe this. The corn that I had given up on for dead, and I just I've seen it growing, you know, I've seen it kind of getting taller out here, but it's actually making corn. This stuff is tasseling. Like what? These stalks are making corn. Wow. That's crazy. And this is that beautiful blue corn. I really hope that this might actually make, I'll be happy if it gives me like one corn cob, one piece of corn. I didn't think this was gonna make it all. I haven't been watering it, haven't been tending to it. I've been letting the rain take care of it. And if it blew over in a storm, it just blew over. Like I haven't tried to take care of it at all. It's growing and it might actually make some corn. That's crazy. Left to its own devices, it might give me a corn. And I've never grown colored corn before. That's why I was so interested in that blue corn. I think it's called blue gem corn or something like that, but or blue sapphire corn. But I've grown yellow corn before. Y'all seen our previous videos back in Louisiana. Wes and I have grown successfully a small stand of yellow corn, but I've never grown colored kinds of corn. I want to do the glass gem corn with the multicolors on it. It's so pretty. Only for decoration, not for eating, of course. The blue corn, I'm not even sure that's for eating. I think that might be for decoration. I'm not sure, but I just want to grow it because it's pretty and it's colored. And I want to grow a different color corn. So that's my pitiful little few stalks of corn that may actually make a piece of corn for me. We'll see. This catnip has gone crazy in this bed, y'all. Starting to go to flower and go to seed here. You'll see the pretty flowers. But it's like filling up this whole container. It's going nuts. It has flushed out, full of catnip. Catnip is happy in the summer. It's in the bee balm family or mint family. It's in that same family. So it's like, it's a hardy little plant, and it is voracious and it likes to thrive. It is just full of energy and life. It's a very vivacious plant. But I probably need to cut that back because I'm hoping that this tomato will make a comeback and improve. I know it's got some stuff going on with it, but I'm hoping it'll like outgrow it and fill up that tomato cage for me. Maybe make me some tomatoes, please. Make me some tomatoes. But I am gonna have to cut that back if that tomato plant is gonna have a chance at making tomatoes this season. That's okay. I do have tomatoes coming on under here. Oh yeah, got me some pretty ones coming on under there. So tomatoes are making on this one. This one is actually making a comeback. The foliage on top looks a heck of a lot better than the foliage on bottom. I may just go ahead and trim up all that foliage around the bottom and clean it up. And it's giving me tomatoes, so that's great. And the sage around it is looking good. Whew. I am drinking water, guys, and I will drink more water. I needed the Dr. Pepper this morning. It's my last Dr. Pepper before Wes has to go buy me more. It was the last one I had in the fridge, and I just really want my Dr. Pepper today. It's really not going well for me today. Oh, I feel like I need to pick me up. I was going to do some lawn mowing today, guys. I was going to go around and cut the grass a little bit, but I'm thinking maybe that's not a good idea today. I don't think I should tempt fate more than I already have today. What y'all think? So Wes and I talked about it, and he's like, honey, I think you should leave the lawnmower alone today. He's like, that may not go well for you. He's right, as usual. He usually is, guys. I hate to admit it, but he usually is right. And when I don't listen, this is what happens. I don't listen sometimes, and I think, oh, it'll be fine, and then sometimes it's not fine. But what I am going to do is something less invasive. I'm going to get off of the hard, sweaty manual labor. I'm going to pivot and readjust now that the main thing that needed doing was that perennial bed. And now that that's weeded down, now I can move on to the next thing a little bit safer. Hopefully it does involve sharp objects, but it's a little bit safer. I'm going to get my snips in a bowl, and I'm going to go harvest all that basil that needs to be harvested, cut back that catnip. I'm going to go just like trim up those totes of plants. They need a lot of trimming, a lot of cutting back, a lot of cleanup, a lot of pruning of tomatoes. They just need a lot of help and a lot of attention. So I'm going to take my snips and my bowl out there and do some harvest. And we have been neglecting the squash and zucchini plants. And what happens when you neglect your squash and zucchini plants, people? Y'all can tell me. Let me hear it. Yep. You get monster squash and zucchini that you can't even eat. Same thing with cucumbers. We have neglected all of the harvest of our plants lately. We just haven't been harvesting. It's been raining. We didn't want to go out in the thunderstorm and the rain and harvest, so we just waited till today. Well, now I got to go around and see the damage and see how big all the fruits of our labors have gotten. So maybe there's something still edible out there, but I'm going to do a quick harvest, and then I'm going to go cut back all those plants. So I'm done with the perennial bed, honey. I didn't hit anything.
Oh, good. That's what I was going to ask. That's what I asked what you hit.
I didn't break anything. I didn't hit anything. Everything's all safe.
Yeah, because our fiber line is in the perennial bed, our fiber optic internet line.
I did not hit that.
Yeah.
So
Oh, thank goodness.
But easy.
Thank you.
But I got all the weeds down. It looks great. I'm going to get away from all the dangerous objects, and I'm going to go to something safer.
I think it's a good idea.
There's just an unbelievable amount of basil out here, guys, and we're going to freeze dry it all, hopefully. That's the plan anyway. Isn't that beautiful? Ooh, that's a beautiful bowl of purple basil. Now I am going to kind of collect the purple basil with the green basil and just kind of shove it all in the same bowl together, because purple basil and green basil can go well together and they have basically like the same flavor. The purple's got a little more health benefits, a little more antioxidants, a little better for you, if you will. But the flavor's kind of the same. They work the exact same way. You can use them in the same way. So we're going to put all those together. But in a different bowl, I'm going to put like the Thai basil or the Italian basil, you know, because they're a little bit different than the Genovese and the purple basil. My whole self smells like sage. Like all of me smells like sage from playing in that sage bed over there. That tote full of sage. Everything smells like very sagey right now. One thing I've noticed about catnip is that it's very soft. The plant itself is tangibly soft. These are like velvety, just baby soft leaves. They feel so nice on your hands. They're just very, very soft and cushiony. That's a lovely herb, and that has a great smell to it. Flowers off. That, my dears, is a lot of basil. I also want to dehydrate this mullein. I want to harvest and dehydrate all this mullein to actually use it in like teas and tinctures and stuff. I want to definitely start using mullein and see if it actually helps or has any like medicinal benefits for me. I want to find out. Ooh, yes indeed. Okay, let's get this done. I see you. I see you hiding. You're not supposed to be on the table. You're not supposed to be on the table, sir. Oh, don't fall. Oh, Shadow. Oh, you're ridiculous, baby. Off the table. That's what you get, honey. If y'all ever wonder where any of our leftover produce, old produce, or anything, or excess goes, here you go. Proof that we feed it to our chickens. They get every opportunity to have fresh vegetables in their life, as well as feed and water, and they have everything they need to make a happy chicken life. Avery sees to that personally every day. Now watch your fingers, Avery. We've had accidents galore today. My son's having the same kind of day I am. We're having accidents left and right. Be careful with that knife, please, please, please. Okay, the bloom is died back off of that, and that is pretty large. It's time to get that zucchini before it gets any bigger. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right, anything else? These are all kind of small. I do see some that aren't gonna make a good fruit. They're just like starting to rot. Oh, that's beautiful. That's lovely. Okay. Oh, these are pretty. These are a good size. They're not too big to be inedible. They're just right. It's a little kind of bumpy, kind of crooked and wavy, but I've never seen one get that lumpy. But that's a good eating zucchini right there. Tell you what, if I get enough zucchini, we're gonna be having pasta and zucchini tonight. I'm gonna ask Wes to cook it up for me. Oh, how I love marigolds. Marigolds are just beautiful. They smell so good. They're so good for your garden. They draw in the pollinators. Marigolds are like the most wonderful bushy flower. Ooh, there's that big mama jamma watermelon. Keep growing, baby, keep growing. Please don't split. Please don't split because of all the rain. Please don't. These turkeys are always thinking I have a snack. They're always thinking I got something to feed them. I'm really just harvesting, guys. I'm really not here to feed you, I promise. Just here to harvest. These guys definitely think that it's everybody's mission in life to just feed them and pamper them and bring them treats. Y'all are so spoiled. My goodness. Now that all my outside playtime is done, now I've come inside to cool off. All my harvesting is done. All my pruning is done. All my weed eating is done. Now I get to play with baby animals and clean up and dry off a little bit and get ready to go to the sale. So we have to prep everything. I still got to water the greenhouse down just a little bit, water those plants down, make sure they're happy for when we go. And then I got to load up the back of the truck as soon as Wes gets back with the parts to fix that mistake that I made this morning. Poor man. It seems like he's half the time he's spending his time fixing my whoopses and my mistakes and things I broke. I really do feel bad about it, guys. But it's going to be okay. We're going to get it fixed. So when he brings the truck back, I will load up all the stuff for the sale and help the girls get ready to go out to sell some things at the farmer's market and tempt fate once more. Wish me luck. You have been outside 3 times already, sir. 3 times. No, look at me. You have been outside 3 times. You don't need to go again. You're fine. You've pottied, you've played, you've laid in the sun. You're fine. No more crying. No more crying. No more whimpering. You're good. No fussing. You're so spoiled. My goodness, you're a baby. You're just a little baby. Goodness.